Hi everyone, and welcome to the Creators Conquest YouTube channel. My name is Rocco Capital, and my team and I, consisting of myself, Anthony Delgado, and Lamine Davis, are excited to announce the development of our new TCG, Creators Conquest. Creators Conquest is a fresh new take on trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Dragon Ball Super, etc., with unique gameplay mechanics that make it stand out from the rest. On this channel, we'll be chronicling the development and talking directly to you to help improve and evolve the game. We'll be posting things like ruling updates, set announcements, live duels, giveaways, and much more. In this episode, we'll be showing you how to play the game with Rulebook version 1.0. And now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So as a note before we get into it, all designs and artwork shown are just placeholders and will not appear in the final game. We're currently looking for artists, so if you're interested in helping out and joining the team, feel free to message us on Facebook or Discord. You can find all of our links in the description below. Anyway, Creators Conquest is set in an ancient world where the 6 tribes once lived in peace, serving the creator, until the conjurers sowed doubt in their alliance, causing the 1,000-year standoff. Now, the tribes, secretly controlled by the conjurers, wage war against each other, and it's up to you to unite the 6 tribes once again. The main goal of Creators Conquest is to break your opponent's shields and land the final blow, a direct attack on your opponent. There are many ways to accomplish this, but we'll get to that later. Each player has 3 decks. The main deck, which has 40 to 80 cards, the Creator's deck, which has up to 10 cards, and the Shield deck, which has 16 cards. There's also a 20-card side deck, which the player can use to swap out cards in between rounds during tournament play. In these decks, you'll find 3 types of cards. Creatures, which can be summoned to attack opponents' creatures and shields. Magic cards, powerful effects that can stop your opponent's plays in their tracks, and shields, cards that protect the player from attacks and have special effects when destroyed by battle. You can play 4 copies of each card in your deck unless specified by the ban list, except for shields, which can only be played at 2 copies per deck. Mastering Creators Conquest means knowing the ins and outs of each card type. So let's dive a little deeper. Creatures are your primary way of breaking opponent's shields. There are currently 3 kinds of creature cards: main deck creatures, response creatures, and creators creatures. Main deck creatures are creatures found in the main deck that are denoted by their beige card type color at the bottom. Response creatures are a type of main deck creature that has response effects, which means they can be activated on either player's turn and in response to other effects. They're denoted by their teal card type color. There are 3 ways of summoning these 2 types of creatures. Free summoning, when you summon a creature with a summoning cost of 0 from your hand once per turn during the play stage. Annex summoning, when you summon a creature with a summoning cost of 1 or more from your hand during the play stage. This can be done once per turn in addition to your free summon. And chain summon, a summon that is caused by an effect. This can be done as many times as possible during a turn and during any stage of play. The last kind of creature is the Creator's creature. They're powerful creatures that can be sacrifice summoned from the Creator's deck by sending the correct offerings from the field to the grave. They have game-changing effects, and some even have response effects. They can be denoted by their gray card type color. Each creature belongs to a tribe, which can be determined by their accent color. There are currently 6 tribes in the game: light, yellow, shadow, black, fire, red, water, blue, nature, green, and earth, brown. A creature's tribe may give you a hint to their playstyle, but is mainly for sacrifice summoning and linking archetypes together. Archetypes are grouping of cards based on their name. Growth Magicians and Meteor Rocks, some of our World Premiere cards, are a great example of that. Cards and archetypes tend to synergize through effects and requirements, which makes them perfect for building decks around. Next, let's take a look at magic cards. There are currently 4 types of magic cards in the game. Normal magic cards, cards that are activated during your play stage, denoted by a letter M in the cost circle. Response magic cards, cards that must be set a turn in advance before activation, but can be used at any time after, even during your opponent's turn and in response to their effects. Field cards, cards placed in the field zone that give both players different effects. And attached cards, cards that are attached to certain cards by placing them underneath that give them special abilities. Lastly, let's get into shield cards. Shields have special effects that activate when a certain condition is met, usually when they're destroyed by battle. As a note to clear up any confusion, if a shield card says when destroyed, it must be destroyed while face down, so any effect that sends or flips up a shield will not trigger that effect. Each shield costs the equivalent of 1,000 points, so to destroy a shield, the battle damage must be equivalent to 1,000 or more. This means that if an attack is 2,000 or 3,000, 2 or 3 shields are destroyed respectively. Now you may be thinking, Capital, what if 2 of the same shields get destroyed at once? Well, Luckily, every effect in the game is a hard once per turn, meaning you can only activate one of them, keeping the game fair and balanced. Okay guys, so we're almost to the fun part, but first let's check out the play stages and the field. There are currently 9 zones. The Creature Zone, where creatures are summoned in battle. The Magic Zone, where normal and response magic cards are played and set. The Shield Zone, where shields are placed. The Grave, where cards go after they're used or destroyed unless otherwise stated. The Annex Zone, where face up or face down Annex cards go. The Main Deck Zone, the Creator's Deck Zone, the Shield Deck Zone, and the Field Card Zone. With that in mind, let's talk about the stages of play. In Creator's Conquest, we have 4 stages. The Draw stage, the beginning of a turn, where the turn player draws up to 5 cards, or if they have 5 or more cards, they draw 1. The Play stage, where the turn player can do things like summon creatures and play or set magic cards. The Battle stage, where creatures can battle each other and destroy shields. And the End stage, where response magic cards can be set and response effects can be activated. Now that you know the basics of the game, let's walk through a Conquest. I will be playing Meteorox, and Lamine will be playing Growth Magician OTK, 2 of our world premiere archetypes. After the first player is decided, each player sets 5 shields, and then draws 5 cards. Now we enter the play stage. Meteorox are an archetype based around discarding creatures from your hand to conduct battle during your opponent's turn. Their strength is in their recursion and awesome synergy, but since they can't attack, players will have to find creative ways to gain the upper hand. I'll activate Meteorox Call to chain summon Friar, the Meteorox, from my deck. This allows me to chain summon Naught from my hand. Next, I'll offer Friar as sacrifice for Stoneman, the Meteorox Warrior. Since Friar was sent to the grave, it allows me to summon a Meteorox creature from my deck. So I'll chain summon Nelphine, the Meteorox. Next, I'll offer Nelphine and Naught as sacrifice for Edge of the Meteorox. Since Naught and Nelphine were sent to the grave at the same time, their effects create a chain. I'll activate Naught's first, and then Nelphine's second. Since Lamine has no response to either, they'll both resolve in order. Naught adds Meteorox Shower from the deck to the hand, and Nelphine adds Friar from the grave to the hand. I'll then activate Meteorox Orbit, a field card. In my end stage, I'll discard a card, as per Meteorox Orbit's effect, to add all Meteorox creatures with different names to my hand. And then set 2 magic cards. Past turn. Growth Magician OTK is a more traditional deck that focuses on overwhelming the opponent with massive attack power. Magician of Growth is a powerful boss creature that can end games in 1 attack if played correctly, but players will have to manage their resources closely to secure the win. Let's see how these 2 powerful decks play against each other. After drawing, Lamine is going to activate Magician's Call, chain summoning Magician's Knight from the deck. Magician's Knight will add Magician of Growth to his hand. From here, he'll free summon Magician's Companion and offer Knight as sacrifice for Growth Elixir. But I activate Meteorox Shower in response to the summon. Lamine responds to that with Anti-Magician, negating its effect. Ouch. Growth Elixir's effect now activates, allowing him to add another copy of Growth Potion to his hand. Next, he annexes Magician's Knight from the grave to annex summon Magician of Growth and attaches Growth Potion to it. He activates Mechanical Black Hole's effect to annex 8 cards from the top of his deck face down and chain summons Black Hole. He enters Battle stage and targets Stoneman for attack with Magician of Growth. In response, I activate Magic Removal Tool, destroying Growth Potion, reducing Magician of Growth's attack to 1000. Since Magician of Growth's attack is now lower than Stoneman's, Magician of Growth is destroyed. He swings with Black Hole into Edge, destroying it, and since their attack difference was over 1000, he destroys 1 shield. I revealed the shield to be Not Today, ending Lamine's battle stage. Lamine passes. I draw 2 cards. All Meteorox creatures. Yikes. Since I still control Stoneman, I chain summon 4 creatures and offer all 5 as sacrifice for Bomber Magician, one of the game's most powerful Creator's Deck creatures. Bomber Magician gains 250 attack points for every creature annexed to summon it, so his attack is now 3450. He enters battle stage and swings over Companion, and since their attack difference is over 2000, he destroys 2 of Lamine's shields, revealing Face the Music and Forced Alliance. Lamine chooses to activate Forced Alliance, taking control of Bomber Magician until the end of the next turn. Ouch. Pass turn. Lamine draws 2 cards, and entering battle stage, attacks directly with Bomber Magician, destroying 3 shields. I reveal them to be Meteor Rock's Revival, Ace of Hearts, and Magic Blocker. I choose to activate Meteor Rock's Revival, adding Abby to my hand, and Ace of Hearts, drawing 2 cards and discarding 1. Lamine then swings with Black Hole, destroying my last shield, which might be game. But wait, I reveal Regenerate, allowing me to place a shield from my shield deck in a zone, buying me 1 more turn. Lamine swings with Growth Elixir, destroying that final shield, and then sets 2 cards and passes. Bomber Magician is returned to my side of the field, and I draw 2 cards. I attempt to summon a Meteor Rock creature, but Lamine activates Creator's Judgment, negating the summon. I activate Abby's effect, adding a Meteor Rock creature to my hand. With nothing else to do, I enter battle stage and swing over Elixir, destroying a shield that's revealed to be Shield Growth. As I move to end stage, Lamine activates Magic Removal Tool, destroying my Meteor Rock's orbit before I'm able to activate its effect. Ouch. I set 2 and then pass. Lamine draws 2 cards. He activates Magician's Call, summoning Magician of Growth, and attaches Growth Potion to it. Lamine enters battle stage, and on declaration, he summons Black Hole from his hand, annexing 8 more cards. And with that, I concede. Good game, Duelist. This is just a snippet of the nail-biting interactions and gameplay that Creators Conquest has to offer, and we think you'll love playing it. As we continue developing the game and releasing more cards, we'll be hosting online and in-person events and meetups to play. Anyway, thanks for checking out our first video and learning how to play the game with us. If you'd like to read the full rulebook or just come talk to us on our Discord, make sure to check the description box for more information. Also, feel free to send us any questions or pointers about the game. What would you like to see? Different playstyles, rule changes? Let us know in the comments below. In our next video, we'll be talking about the Card Design 2.0, which will streamline a lot of the language and designs of the cards. And also, we'll be talking about our first 2 starter decks, Growth Magician's Bond and Meteor Rockdown. So until next time, have a great conquest, everyone.